Just before I begin the next section, I would just like to mention that the intro I just played makes use of the row enable buttons located just under the screen. These are handy for soloing the rows and on-the-fly arranging of a song during performance. Okay, so back to the focus of this video, where I'm going to distinguish the differences between sequences and song structures on the sequencer, and how to go about setting it up to create a song. Sequences are the 8-step patterns that are created in the row editing pages with the sliders that I demonstrated in the Quick Start videos. The song is a memory structure that allows us to store the arrangement or chaining together of individual sequences or patterns. Each sequence pattern can be considered equivalent to a bar of music in a song. The song structure only saves the link between the sequences and not the sequences themselves. This way, songs can combine new sequences with ones previously created in other sessions and arrange them in new ways with new quantizer settings and loop points, etc. The only consideration here is that if you edit a previously created sequence in a new arrangement or song, it will change that pattern in all other songs that use it. To avoid this, you can use sequences 1 to 4 in song 1 and sequences 5 to 8 in song 2 as an example. This would prevent overwriting the patterns that you've previously created. Another possibility is to copy existing patterns to a new location to edit if you want to keep the original intact. I'll cover this later. The song also stores the preferences or settings for the chained group of sequences. These are the BPM or tempo of the song, the quantization scales used for each of the rows, the bar sync loop point and the CV input settings, and finally, it saves a user-defined name or number for the song. So to sum it up, sequences are the basic unit, which when combined or chained together and preferences and settings are configured, are then stored as songs. This is the same structure standard to most computer software sequencers. I'll next demonstrate how to combine sequences into songs and set up some of the configurations to show how they interact with the song structure. Here we can see the song bar, which shows us which sequences are in the song chain. There can be up to 8 sequences chained together. We have 4 sequences from 00 to 03 in the first 4 slots, and the remaining 4 slots are empty. There doesn't have to be multiple sequences chained to make a song, and you can have a song that contains only one sequence, but for the sake of this example, we will start with a song with 4 sequences. This song will use 3 of the sequence rows just to show how that sets up. You'll notice that as it plays, the row indicators on the left side and the song bar on the bottom provides us with feedback about which sequence is active in the song, and if the sequence rows have different lengths, you will see the row numbers indicate this. For now, we have bar sync on, so all rows will loop at the same position. So let me show you what is involved in the creation of a song. First, I'll select the song arrangement page from the main menu. I'll start by explaining the layout of this screen. On this page, we see the song chain. Each of these boxes represents a link in that chain. You can assign and chain up to 8 different sequences in a song. The numbers here 0 to 3 and here 4 to 7 indicate which chain step we are on as the song plays. This box is where we set the sequence number for this song step. We can set the sequence number from 0 to 99 in this box. And here we can set the number of repeats that will occur for each sequence from 1 to 31. For a sequence to be included in the chain, the repeat must be set to a minimum of 1. If the repeat box is set to 0, that chain step will not be included, and all subsequent steps after it will be ignored. Being able to set the number of repeats makes it possible, for example, to have one sequence repeat 3 times, and then have a fourth sequence, which is a variation or a bridge, play before the song cycle begins again. This makes it easy to create verse-chorus type song structures. Now I will return to the main page, and here we can name the song by tapping in the name area, which brings up the keyboard. After typing in the name, touch the text area at the top to return to the previous page. We can now save it. If you want to edit a song but keep the original unchanged, it is possible to make a copy of the song and all of its parameters to a new location, and then edit the copy. I'll go into this in another video. To summarize, I have covered the differences between sequences and songs, how to arrange sequences to create songs, and how to set the number of repeats for each of the sequences in the song.